.58, partly sunny, a slight breeze today. You know, this flowering quince has really stayed pretty a long time, and so has the helleborus. Don and I are going to drive the van to Guardian Angel and empty the donations we have in the van onto the loading dock, which again should not require us to come in contact with anybody. Today is their last day open. So it's either drop it off today or have it in the van who knows how long. And there are things in the middle row and in the back, so we certainly would like to empty it out of the van. On our way to Guardian Angel, Don's taking a little scenic detour through one of the Fuquay neighborhoods, and it's nice to see the dogwoods and redbuds still blooming. There were several people in line when we got here. There's people unloading. Don's waiting for social distance space. It's busy here. There were a few people impatient about waiting for one person to be done and not crowding, but we let them know what our expectations were, and they stayed back.
Yep, they started a good habit. In other words, I've said it really out loud. I'm just doing social distancing.
Yep, Don totally waited for the pickup truck people to finish. And then I hollered back to the person behind us. There were some impatient sounding people, and I said, look, we're just giving them space. As soon as they're out of the way, we'll move up. So they decided they'd better wait, and hopefully it continues on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the right thing to do. What's 5 minutes out of your day if people are that impatient? Wow.
Well, plus the guys, the truck unloaded quite a bit of stuff.
They were
two
efficient.
guys, they were, no, I wasn't fussing. I was just saying that the dock workers were you were going to have to start piling crap on top of crap if you went up there.
Right, it's
if another car unloaded, the guys couldn't keep up.
It was better for the the Guardian Angel employees to be able to move the stuff out of the way before more stuff was set down. So you're right, any faster and it would have overwhelmed them, so that was good too.
Because they're having to carry it from the loading dock into the building in most cases, and put it somewhere and then run back out and grab the next box or two.
Yep.
There's some stuff they dump clothes in a big hamper, it's pretty easy, but some of that stuff you just can't dump it. Like we dropped off glass light fixtures, and if you'd have dumped those, you'd have broke the globe. So you got to kind of go set that somewhere.
Yeah, they have a pre-sorting process as stuff comes in on the dock, and then they have sorters inside that take the pre-sorting areas and actually do the real sorting. So yep, for sure. Well, social distancing certainly involves for us right now the ability to walk out in the open. Restroom facilities are closed, but park open areas remain open. I mean, I have to say, other than when they're having a special event here, this is the most people I have ever seen at this park at one time.
Yeah, I don't know what's up.
Yeah, I think it's just people bored, and it's Sunday and they're taking advantage of.
There's no there's nothing.
They can't shop, they can't get together, hang
out at bars.
Yep. I have moved Ruby out of the garage for Don so he can set up the table area and box area again. He is putting the battery minder on the van so that if we don't drive it for a while, we want to go someplace, the battery will be in good shape. I'm just parking Ruby here in the carport. I'll pull her back in later. I had to give Don a big old smooch because he's headed to the garage and I'm headed to the house attic.
Yeah.
If there was something I could do for you out there, I would, but it's I've cleaned. And I'll come up and do a touch-up vacuum on your workbench when you get it cleared off. It's just not ready yet.
Yeah,
so
I'm just sorting stuff right now.
And I can't do that for you because I don't know what you want where. So I was surprised how busy I was able to stay upstairs helping you.
Right.
That worked okay, but downstairs this is more fine sorting, and I can't fine sort your stuff.
It's just trying to I have a wire nuts. I mean, I'm finding wire nuts everywhere, and it's like, oh, screws and bolts and nails, little pieces.
He's sorting his wire nuts like I'm sorting my Legos. Hey, you want to help me sort those several thousand Legos?
I tell you what,
he wants to write an app and develop a tool to sort them, but he's not interested in hand sorting.
I need a color sorter.
We found a neat video this morning, a M&M sorter with the EV3.
Yeah, I'm going to build that.
I think next year, I think we're going to build that. That's right.
Yeah, if I get to eat the M&Ms, I'm going to build that.
I'll come check on you.
Okay.
You can come check on me too.
Bring me some boxes if you got any.
Yes, I'll go look for them now.
All right. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss. At least Don has a new Ride the Lightning podcast to listen to. It's a little hard to listen to a podcast when you're talking, coordinating, working. So at least there's that for him today. It's been a little slow this week on Tesla podcasts and YouTubes, and other than Kyle and Brian from I1 Tesla, which have been cranking out extra great Model Y content. But, you know, podcast-wise, when we're driving around, it's been kind of dry for Don, so the new Ride the Lightning is good. First order of business for me is to put the Valentine's Day stuff back on the shelves where the Valentine's Day stuff goes. It's mostly boxed except for the linen, which has a bin. So, yep, that's first order of business. Just cool enough today to snuggle. I'm going out to the garage to say hey to Don, carry out a piece of trash, and give him an update on how I'm doing. So I told you in about an hour I'd come out and say hey. Hey. This is hey. Hey. It's going good in there. I'm not ready to quit. I'm making good progress.
Yeah, well, I'm doing good. I'm just rolling roll. I know it looks like it's actually worse. I've got
well, it's got to be sorted. I mean, I get it.
I've cleaned off the main shelf in my cabinet.
Oh wow.
And so I'm going to try. This is this and the up top shelf are the two shelves that are, you know, my go-to shelves. So now I've got all this. There's some stuff here like insect sprays and bug killers and stuff like that. I don't really want to keep in there. I have a metal cabinet
on the other side. Sure.
On the other cap, I'll keep that over there. You could debate maybe I should keep my oils and grease, because now that we don't have a lot of oil and grease needs, I don't need to keep those. So I can keep things over here, you know, that I use. Like
things closer you'll use.
Things closer that I'll use. So I've got to come up with some of that. You know, that's one of those things. It's like, yeah, that's nice that you want to clean all this up, but where do you put your pull wire lubricant? I mean, where's the right spot to put the pull wire lubricant?
Not upstairs where it gets hot in the summer.
Right. Well, I guess the thing is what am I likely to remember? Now, what did I do with that? So I don't know.
Well, that's you take a picture of it.
Yeah, well, I know.
And use Google Drive, Google Photos to help you find it.
It's just a lot of stuff. It's just like, I don't know. You know, that's why I need up in the cabinet. It's like, this is the classic case. More or less everything I needed was in this cabinet. Right? It kept piling up and piling up. It was in there somewhere. I may not be able to find it, but it was in there somewhere. Well, now I'm kind of getting it out, and you know, it doesn't make sense, some stuff coming. But then where's my secondary? I mean, it's like I need another cabinet. You know, it's like that, you know, has the stuff that can pile up cabinet. I don't know.
No piling up. Just kidding.
This is very difficult.
Right. Well, I only showed them my Valentine's Day linens upstairs.
Oh, so they saw 1/20th of the...
maybe 1/100th?
1/100th?
Yeah.
That's right.
Here's something I can show you. I'm splitting up my large garden flags from my mini flags, because my bin down here, it's overflowing. I found too many good ones at Guardian Angel, and I got to split up the big from the small. All right. What's going on? Are you making...
I get to build something. Shelves.
Are you making
Got my wood out, scrap wood to get to build shelves.
Are you gonna make a mess?
Oh, we're gonna make sawdust out here.
Okay.
Yeah, no sawdust inside.
Okay, we're good. I love you.
That's right.
The shelf is for me.
That's right. This is a shelf.
It is for me.
Kitten shelf.
Yeah, kitten
plants.
Yeah, stuff. Girl stuff.
Girl stuff.
So yeah, this is, Don's going to put a shelf up there on top of the light stander. And I had some stuff piled up there, but it was precarious, and he's going to make it so it's a firm shelf. Nothing makes a guy happier than being able to find his tools and use his tools.
Yeah, and burn up some scrap wood.
Yeah.
I had squared up some 2x stuff, and so I had these thin strips. So I put that on there, so when she pushes her plants back, it'll catch before it slides off the back of the shelf. Did the same thing on the sides. Not to mention,
cool.
it dresses up the that OSB. Makes it look a little better.
All right, there's room to walk now. That's what I was shooting for. Hey there, buddy.
Hi.
Everybody wants to know if you're okay. They haven't seen you for a few days.
I'm good.
You doing that teenager thing, right? Hibernating in the game room, hanging with friends online, playing BMG Drive when other friends aren't available. Aren't you impressed I remember what this game is?
Actually, I'm not surprised. You do keep up with it pretty well.
Yep, so what you doing here?
So I'm driving a modified version of a vehicle called the Pigeon. This is what it's yes, this has a lot of mods. Yes, my computer could take it. Where is it? Right here. This is what this car is supposed to look like, except the textures are messed up a little bit.
So you added all that stuff to make it green and do the other stuff to it?
I mean, I didn't add it. Someone made the mod, but yeah.
Way cool. So Johnny's doing good. He's only thing he's been stressed about is what expectations might be starting Monday when he's technically would have gone back to school, because his spring break was last week when he was supposed to be in Greece. And
I would have been coming home. I would have came home yesterday.
Right, last night at midnight, this morning shortly after, if you had gone. Yeah. So right now I don't have any direction about stuff he's supposed to do tomorrow, but he's going to check in the morning. But Taekwondo, they're all set up for Zoom classes. So Monday and Wednesday at 7:30 he has a 30-minute Taekwondo class. So way cool. I think that'll be good for you. He'll be able, you know, in Zoom you can see the other people in the class, and they can see you if you give that permission. I just think it'll be cool. You get to see some of your Taekwondo friends. So anyway, he's doing. Yep, he's a good kid. I've been in here a little bit with him, working on the Lego stuff, and he has been gracious in sharing his space. So Don's got it braced and fully secured, leveled. Yep. And we're getting ready to put pretty contact paper on the shelf. He said his girl needed to have pretty contact paper.
Yeah, it's not dye color.
Right, Donnie says it's my shelf to do with as I please. Whatever I want.
Whatever you want. And you could probably put 100 pounds up there, but I would put more than that. Okay. Thank you, Donnie. It looks awesome. I'm making those keto waffles with cream cheese, almond flour, and pork rinds. We're having cheese, bacon, hamburgers. I added the stuff myself. Here's one of the waffles ready to go. I've got slice of cheeses to go on top. The guys are really looking forward to this meal. Well, I tell you what, I'm really liking you knowing where all your stuff is. You're coming in quite handy. My bunny rabbit, old, blow mold plastic. The cord was too short, and I wanted Don to make sure the old cord was safe, and he's handling it for me. Yeah, hopefully. I'm hoping.
So we're making a short loop tonight. Downtown's pretty quiet. I would expect that on a Sunday night anyway. Feels good what we got done today. I guess I'll be putting up a little more Easter stuff tomorrow. Makes me sad to think that Michelle and the kids won't be over to dye eggs, most likely. But
yeah, I figure I've got at least 3 more days in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, today was a semi-productive day, but it just didn't whittle down the box count as much as you would have hoped.
Well, I can certainly come back and help out there if there's some way I can be helpful. Well, I am definitely noticing that there's not that many people at the Walmart tonight. Wow.
Yeah.
Including
no
the law enforcement's not here either.
Yeah. This is more of what I would have expected it to have been. And it didn't see,
wow.
Yeah, this was
Well, it's 9:20. Are we bordering when they close?
I think they close at 11. It says, oh no, I stand correctly, 8:30. So they are been closed for.
Okay.
That's what's going on.
That's
so,
what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's only not crowded because there's nobody out here at 9:30.
Because they're closed. Oops.
We didn't stay out very long. I had done Pokemon a little bit when we were out earlier. Dawn's gonna put Ruby in the garage and plug her in. You guys stay warm, okay? You go in the garage if you get cold.